Hello, amazing hackers. Hope you're all doing well today. So today I'd like to talk a little bit about why I quit my job and what my future looks like. Because yes, my friends, I did quit my day job. I used to have a day job as a QA engineer, and I did that because I loved it. Don't get me wrong, I really didn't mind having a day job as a QA engineer. I got to get to know a lot of new functionalities. I got to go and I got to get in touch with a lot of new technologies. I learned a lot about logging and monitoring. I learned a lot about how businesses operate, and it brought me up to this point where I feel I'm ready to take on a full-time pen testing role. Now, I don't want to do that as a somebody who works for somebody else anymore because I have been gathering my own clients, and for the moment, it's looking good for the future, which is amazing, to be honest. I'm really looking forward to it, but I'm also terrified. I'm scared to death. Don't get me wrong. I really want to get this out there. This is not something I went over lightly. This is something that I've thought about for 30 years. Yes, my friends, 30 years. That's how much effort I put in before this started becoming profitable enough where I could make a living out of it. Don't get me wrong. Of course, courses made me some money, but guys, don't make any mistakes. It's about $1,000 a month. It's not that much money. At least for some of you, it might be $1,000 is a lot of money. Don't get me wrong, but that's not gonna make me. I can't live off that. Here in Belgium, my rent is about 635 euros. Add on a little bit for the energy bill, and you're already easily up to 1,000 euros. It's kind of like I had to find my way in this field a little bit because pen testing isn't as obvious as most people think. It's not just about the exploiting of a vulnerability. That's something that you should really realize and think about very carefully because I think a lot of pen testers are doing a great job. But the interactions with the client, including all of the edge cases, are something like I think every company should, of course, develop their own methodology for testing, but I think it should go much beyond just the OWASP top 10. Those are just the top 10 vulnerability types of a specific year. Of a specific year. When we talk about the API top 10, that's pretty old by now. And don't get me wrong, it's still good, but there's so much more that you can do when it comes to API hacking these days. And you really have to think about what you have in front of you as well, of course, the business unit, the business side of things. That kind of testing is super important as well, because you can be as secure as you want technically. But if you have a business logic vulnerability in your application, you're still not secure at all, of course. So that is something that a lot of pen testers have to think about. But also, like I said, delivering something more than just a test. Whenever we do automation, what we try to do is deliver an automation framework, something that our clients can use, that their QA can just literally click a button and have it run for them. That's something that I find so important. And if there's no automation, then my test plan will be followable to a T. I want to have documentation documenting every single endpoint that I'm testing, what I'm testing on it, so that I can just literally deliver that to my client and that they can repeat my testing. What will often happen is they won't. They'll see it, they think, oh, that's amazing, that's great documentation, and they'll ask me to retest their application because they're pretty happy with the work. At that moment, of course, long-term clients get a discount as well. Like, of course, I want to build long-term relationships. This is not something that I want to do for a year and then quit. So I want to give a little bit of a discount to people, and I am not afraid to charge extra if the scope increases either. It's super important to realize that as well. It's a compliment that you're getting because your client wants you to test more. So of course, you can charge for that extra work as long as you talk to them about it first, of course. It's an agreement between the both of you. Now, besides just the pen testing, let's talk a bit about the reporting as well. A lot of you guys have asked me how to write a good report. And for me, a good report contains a few things for your client to reproduce it easily. It contains a short title. Short, why? Because in the boardroom, they'll have to talk about it and you don't want to talk about it 15 sentence title. They want a very short and concise title because they want to talk about it often and they don't want to refer to a ticket by a number. So of course, they're going to need a title for that. Then a description as well, make it like a paragraph long or two or few paragraphs, but not too much information here either. Super important. Then on to the next step, the steps to reproduce. What do you need for that? Prerequisites. Do I need Burp Suite? Do I need to have VPN set up? Prerequisites, very important. Then your actual steps to reproduce. How am I going to reproduce this while doing it? And then, of course, your actual result, what is happening on screen, what am I seeing right now, and also your expected result, what am I supposed to see? Because remember, you're the security expert and you're talking about a security issue to your client. So tell them, what am I supposed to see? What's happening here? They might not understand course fully, so it's up to you to explain it a little bit as well. Explain the impact as well, put that in a separate topic. And besides the impact, also explain to them what the OWASP top 10 item would be, if that's possible, if it's linked to an OWASP top 10 item, often it will be, by the way. And then, of course, like maybe at the very end of your report, you should always add a summary as well, in my opinion, with a list of this is how many criticals I found, this is how many highs we found, this is how many mediums we found, etc. That's something very important, at least for me, when I give a report to my clients. I want to be able to report that kind of stuff as well. So that's kind of where I am right now. Where I'm going to be in the future is probably pen testing a lot. I will still be creating courses, by the way, don't get me wrong. I love doing that. And I think that a course can be a lot better than some of the courses out there. I aim to be better. I aim to be different. Like my pen testing course will teach you about the PTES methodology a little bit, all of these different edge case scenarios. Whereas others don't really do that. I haven't really seen a focus on documentation that much, which is one of the most important things in my opinion, because if you don't have any proof, you haven't really tested it. That's as simple as that. And that's how the client's going to see it as well. Now, besides all of this, of course, I'll also be creating YouTube content. I'll be creating Medium content, and we'll see what the future holds. I'm not going to make too many predictions yet. One fun thing as well, I'm going to work at a theme park, guys. And I'm not kidding. I'm actually going to be working in a theme park. It's been a dream job of mine to go to work at a theme park. And it might sound silly, but yes, I'm going to be away from the computer for like 2 or 3 days a week. In the busy times, 4 days a week. But I have some other people that I work with that can help me do the pen testing and can help me catch those hours a little bit where I will not be able to. So I'm not too worried about that at all. I'm just worried about getting enough clients to last me a long time. So what is my business model? I do my courses, of course. Like I said, about $1,000 a month. Sometimes it varies, $2,000, sometimes it's $1,000. Then I do one-on-one coaching as well. I do the pen testing, of course, and I do security assessments of a company. And I also do the coaching and training of your QAs into pen testers. That's kind of like a buffet, a menu that I offer. And of course, you can pick multiples from that as well. Besides all of this, I'll still be creating my labs for free. I'm working on a project as well. That project is called HackerRat at the moment. And it's a project, I'm not going to spoil too much yet, but it's all about challenges and working together. So we'll see how that goes. I found somebody who wants to work with me on that, which is great. It's been in development for quite a while now, but I haven't found enough time to make it yet. And then, of course, there's also Battle of the Hackers coming, which I want to finish up as well. I've made 4 out of 5 labs for that. So I'm just looking for a little bit of time to create the last lab for that. But that's coming on real soon as well. I updated my OAuth course a little bit. I'm creating that pen testing course that is coming up. So I have enough to do in my future. Believe me, I really won't be bored. There will be more than enough to do. And I'm excited. I'm really excited for what the future will bring. I would like to thank my red pack so much, because without you guys, I am nothing. I know that I am only as good as the people that surround me. And I would like to thank you from the bottom of my heart for bringing this beautiful possibility to me, for making me Uncle Rat. That's so freaking amazing. Thank you guys so much. I'm so happy for that. I really can't express it in words, because I can talk to a wall all day, but I found out that it's not really as much fun. They don't talk back. So if you guys want to talk ever, just ping me on Twitter. I'll see. I hope that I can see it. Normally I can, but that's a little bit of an insight into me, into who I am, and why do I not do bug bounties into that stuff? Because I don't think bug bounties are worth my time investment versus the return on investment that I get back from that. Now, if you guys are looking for a pen test that has the best testers that there are, you found them. Here we are. Just hit us up, info@thexssrat.com. If you have any other questions, also feel free, info@thexssrat.com. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, my amazing hacker friends.